Hello, dear learners. Welcome to today's session. Uh, a very basic question while we are teaching political science to our student in our classroom, that is how to present our content to the student. What method to be used for better understanding and experience of the student? Should we use the traditional methods of teaching even in 21st century now? And does it need a sort of improvement in order to cope up with the globalized world? Or if there are any other relevant method which can provide student better experience in comparison to this prevailing traditional method? Dear learners, in order to find out all the details practical answer of all these questions, let us discuss about a new method of teaching of political science which will give us a new experience in our classroom and also make our classroom active, energetic and alive. So the method that we are going to discuss today, the name of that method is 5E method of teaching. Particularly this method has been has been prepared by an American biological scientist, Roger Bybee, in order to teach biological science particularly. But later on, many psychologists, many educational scientists they proposed that this method can also be used for other subjects also. So let us discuss 5 E's one by one. The first E, that is engage. Second E is explore. Third one, that is explain. Fourth one, that is elaborate, otherwise called as extend also. And fifth one, that is evaluate. So starting from first one, that is engage, what we shall do in this stage? Just same with our previous traditional method, we can ask open-ended questions, we can provide a systematic situation and problematic situation also, and we can elicit their answers for that particular situational issues. We can also present surprising events, we can also give them introductory activities, etc. For example, if we are teaching parliament in polity, if we are teaching parliament, then what shall we do? How can we introduce and how can we engage the children in this session? We can tell them about the state legislature that is in every state, and link with that we can ask them about who will frame the rule for the whole country. If there is particular or different state legislative body to frame laws for different states, who will be the body to frame laws for the country? So in this problematic situation, student may give their responses differently. But here the teacher's duty is to make the answers systematic and elicit the answers from the mouth of student in such a way that our topic will come. After coming of topic, this engage stage is over. And also one more thing may be added here. This engage stage is a planning stage for other 3 stages. Whatever the activity we are going to do in other 3 stages, that is explore, explain and elaborate, evaluate, we can plan about that here. What plan we have to do here? That we can make the student different groups. Suppose there are 50 students in our classroom, then we can divide them 5 groups, 10 members each, like that. Particularly according to situation we shall manage it. So our first step is over. Another one, that is next step, next E, that is explore. Explore stage is the real activity to be done by the students. Here teacher will provide activity materials for active exploration. Here teacher will involve learner in different activity. Teacher will give them flycards, teacher will give them worksheets on which student will collect data, and teacher will also give them different projects to be undertaken by the students. This is the stage of student inquiry. and this is also the stage of problem solving by the student. For example, if you are teaching parliament, the same example, and in parliament heading, if today we are teaching Lok Sabha, then 5 groups may be given the duty like that. First group may be given that you will collect the composition of Lok Sabha. Second group may be allotted that they will collect the tenure and membership of the members of Lok Sabha. Third group may also likewise collect the data regarding composition of Rajya Sabha. Fourth group may collect the data regarding tenure and membership of Rajya Sabha. Fifth group may collect the power and function and also election of and appointment of speaker in the parliament. And if there are any other group, accordingly duty chart may also be allotted to them, and students' duty is to collect data regarding this. And what is the duty of teacher then? Here, the teacher's duty is to facilitate the student's activity. A teacher will guide the student that their activity should not be misundertaken, shouldn't be misguided. The teacher will just guide them to undertake the activity. Here, the student may use the textbook also. They may use the books of library. They may use the ICT, whatever media they are having. They may use to collect the data regarding this. This is the this is the stage of explore. Students are exploring the ideas. In previous method, in chalk and talk method, just we are telling the data and students are just passive listeners. But here, students are exploring the data. Teacher is just only a facilitator or only a guide. Then next steps come, that is explain. Here, this explain stage is very much important for teacher. Here, all the group leaders will be called in front of the classroom, and group leader will explain the ideas what they have collected in this few minutes before. They present the idea in a systematic pattern. Suppose if we have given them ideas, given them worksheets or projects serially, according to our concept that we are teaching today, serially those contents will be presented, that other student will also learn out of that. We are giving only 10 students. We are allotted only 10 students to collect data regarding composition of Lok Sabha. But how other student will learn it? How other 40 students will learn it? By this explanation, other student will learn it. Okay, so other student also be attentive while this data is being presented by the guidance of the teacher. So student will explain their activity and findings. They will report and present a summary, what they have undertaken, what they have found out. They will present it. Suppose, for example, if in the same example that we have undertaken for teaching parliament, the first group leader will come forward in the classroom and will present the composition of Lok Sabha. Other student will listen it and they will also note it down accordingly. And here, after the presentation of data one by one by the group leader, here the teacher's duty is to explain it or to do it, to keep it final touch, to give it final touch, because student may collect wrong information also. There is a chance of collecting wrong information, misconception. Here the teacher duty is to give them the final data, that this is the final outcome of this activity and this concept will be like this. This is the teacher's duty. And also one more thing here may be added, that while presentation of data, not only the group leader, even the other member will also present the data one by one. Suppose composition of Lok Sabha has been allotted to one group, and not only the group leader will present the data, but also the other students, other 9 students will also take initiative to present the data one by one. Single points also may be there. Okay, so this is all about explain stage. This is everything explained about the data, whatever they have been collected in the previous step. Then come to next step, that is elaborate. Here, what to be happened here? Elaborate is just same with the application stage that we are being undertaken in our previous traditional method. So what to do here? teacher will make connection to other related concepts. Teacher will make the learner that their knowledge will be connected to other known concepts. Suppose student knows about state legislative assembly, then that state legislative assembly will be linked with the parliament, and the functions of parliament and state legislative assembly shall be compared, and student will learn both about that. So this is the application part, and student will link their ideas, a student will apply their ideas to the known areas. Suppose like that in our political science, while teaching political science parliament, the same concept may be utilized while comparing the state legislative assembly with the parliament. This is all about elaborate. Then last point, that is the evaluation. Here evaluation is a very systematic process. It is not just same with the evaluation that we have done in our traditional method. In traditional method, what we are doing? We were doing evaluation of the product, how far the student learned, that we are assessing, that we are evaluating. But here one more thing to be added, that evaluation is to be done of the process. This is the evaluation of process, not the product. So here what activity to be undertaken? Suppose we are teaching Lok Sabha, then every group have already presented their data, like composition of Lok Sabha, tenure and membership of Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, speaker, role of president and in parliament. Everything has been presented by the student, and teacher also given that final touch. Now the duty of teacher and also students to give it the answers in a systematic manner. Teacher may develop quizzes, interview, achievement test for this, and whole class will interact irrespective of their groups. Okay, the group who has not been allotted to that duty also will respond this question, and whole class will interact to each and every questions that is to be presented by the teacher. And teacher may allot any one student, any one group of student to this stage also. Teacher may also ask any group of student to ask the questions regarding this, and every student will answer their questions. So this is all about this 5E, and this 5E includes engage, explore, explain, elaborate and evaluation. So what is the difference? What we found new in this method? We found the constructivist approach. Provocated by John Dewey. John Dewey just rejected the view of knowledge transmission. He advocated about the knowledge construction. So in the changing paradigm of school education, now this 5E method is very much prevalent. Although it will take some time for awareness of teachers, and although it will take some time for consciousness of learners also, but this method will apply to a very great extent, and it will surely provide the students a first-hand experience, and also make our classroom very lively, very energetic, and also it will make our classroom very active. So this is all about what 5E method is. Thank you.